For this first part, we're going to teach you how to set up Xamarin Studio for app development. This is because it's important to know how to properly set your IDE up and to understand how it works and where the shortcuts are. It just saves a lot of time and a lot of effort and frustration. So we're going to first create a new solution, and that's what we call projects in Xamarin Studio, the solutions. So we're going to create a new one, we're going to open the necessary files, and then we'll look a little bit at how Xamarin Studio is laid out. Hello and welcome to our tutorial series on app development in Xamarin Studio. Today we're going to be creating a simple tip calculator, which is very useful for if you're going to a restaurant, for example, and you want to know exactly how much your bill is going to be with the tip. So I'm in Xamarin Studio now. Why don't we go up here and it says new solution. So that's what we're going to click because our projects are called solutions in Xamarin Studio. So now once that's clicked, this new window comes up with new project. We're going to be coding in C#, which is why this is selected here, and we're going to keep single app view selected and hit next. Now let's give this app a name. It's a tip calculator, so why don't we call it that? And you see here the target platforms. We could either develop in Android or iOS or both. In this particular video series we're just going to be doing Android and we'll do iOS a different time. So I'm going to call this tip calculator Android. We'll leave this field as is, and same with this field. We'll click next. And so here we have our projects and solution names. We'll leave those. Here's where we will save the project, so choose a location that you'll remember. And we're going to click create. And now we have our project initiated. So in the top left here we have solution, because these are our solutions. And what we're going to do is we're going to open this up, tip calculator android.droid, and this is where all our files are going to be right here. So we're going to open up two files right now. The first will be mainActivity.cs. Now we can open it by double clicking, which is what I just did there, or you can right click, open with, and then choose source code editor. The other file we're going to open will be located in resources. So we'll open that up, we'll scroll to layout, and we're going to open up main.axml. Now these two files are very different. Main.axml is used for designing the layout of our app, how it's going to look on the phone, and mainActivity.cs is where we're actually going to write out the code that will perform the tasks that we want. So all our code is going to go in this file, again mainActivity.cs, and main.axml is just going to be purely for designing how things look. So up here we have a choice of many different phones or tablets. In this case we're going to choose the Nexus S because it's the simplest. And we have Android version 6.0 selected, default theme. And so this is basically just a phone simulator. This is what your app will look like once it's on the phone screen. Over to the right hand side here we have a bunch of widgets to choose from, so we can add, for example, buttons or checkboxes or progress bars, pretty much anything that you could think of, seek bars, spinners, or even just text fields here. So there's a lot of variation, there's a lot of different things you can add on here, and this particular file just makes it very easy to see exactly what the app is going to look like as a final product. Alright, next video we'll actually start designing the app. In this part we created and set up our project in Xamarin Studio, so we called it Tip Calculator Android, and we are developing in Android, not iOS. We took a look at how Xamarin Studio is laid out with the solutions on the left hand side, and we also took a look at the layout page and how that works. So by now you should be able to create new projects and explore Xamarin Studio a little more, so it might be a good idea to take a look at some of the other files and exactly what they're doing.